Alright guys, I wanted to bring out something today. I had to dig this out of my stash, but um, this come out of a guy's car uh, when I was up at my buddy's shop one day. And we put new ones in there, new setup in there, but this is uh, this is what happened. Now, I'm going to tell you ahead of time, this is a Sky-High car audio wiring kit that he put in this car, alt gauge kit. It was CCA, and this is the fuse that it came with it. What happened here is a couple of things. First of all, the wire, that copper clad aluminum wire, broke down as it aged and got some corrosion in here. It broke down and started getting a loose connection inside this connector. Okay. And the second thing that happened was the metal, as you can see how it's kind of rippled right here, the plating on this metal started coming apart. You can see on this side it's rippled up really bad. Well, over here it came completely off. You see that? And as that plating, which is right there, you can see it, started peeling loose, it allowed the connection between this block and this bolt to loosen, and this allowed the fuse to lose connection. You see how it's got little burn spots all the way around the ridge there? That's from the edge of this little bolt making slight contact and getting power and then cutting off. And all the while, that whole process was happening with the loose wire, the plating peeling off of this block, and the block itself started to melt. It literally melted into a puddle here, which all in all melted the fuse holder itself. He's still got both of his little contact patches back here to block it from getting, making contact with the metal. But you see it melted this end, it melted this end. This whole thing got ridiculously hot. And you can see how the CCA wire breaks down. It gets a corrosion in there and it just starts to fall apart. It turns into powder. Even on this end, it's the same way. It just breaks down and starts turning into powder. I had to dig this thing out. I had lost it, but I had it stashed in my box, and I dug it out. But I wanted to show you guys this. So I put up a video the other day talking about fuses and CCA and wire gauges and all that. I wanted y'all to have a visual illustration of what I was talking about to truly understand exactly what we're dealing with. Now, even if this connection hadn't started failing, you can see on the other end, like I said, the plating here was starting to come off. It's blistered up, which means that this connection between this fuse and this block is dependent on that plating still being there. So once this starts decaying, this connection can loosen and you can wind up with a problem there. The same thing in here. The plating is inside this hole. So whenever that wire is in there, if it starts to decay, and that plating is decaying, your connection is going to just get worse and worse. And once that connection starts getting bad, everything just snowballs. And it can go from being totally fine, everything is fine, it works perfect, to this kind of a situation pretty quick. And it's like it'll be fine until it isn't fine. And then once it isn't fine anymore, and you go, oh, I see, well, your car is burned down. There's not, I mean, it's like a bomb. A bomb is totally fine until it's not.